Okay, good afternoon. I will be doing chapter 3 of the ethics book. Basically, chapter 3 was about decision making and what is ethically correct and what's acceptable. Throughout the chapter, there's a scenario about a photojournalist who I guess had to make a ethical decision to publish the photos that they took. So in chapter 3, they talked about the Potter box, um, ethics, decision making guidelines. It was made by Ralph Potter Jr. It focused on four dimensions of ethical reasoning, and that's facts, values, principles, and loyalties. And so, facts is basically the analysis of any ethical question, beginning with assessing all relevant facts, meaning like what are the facts? Like literally the facts of whatever you're trying to do. What is literal, like what's happening? Um, then there's values. The decision maker identifies his or her most important values. So, what exactly do you uphold in your life um, that you follow through with all the time? Principles is basically while you're looking at your values, what are the possible outcomes of it? And, like, for an example, sometimes you'll get mad at someone not for the situation, but for the principle of the situation. Like, say somebody made a joke about your pants and it wasn't, and no one stuck up for you. And it's like, you didn't really care about the fact that somebody made fun of your pants, but the fact that nobody stuck up for you and told that person that, hey, it's not nice to make fun of my pants, um, was rude. So that's the principle of the situation, the fact that they didn't stick up for you. And then lastly, loyalties is determining who or what you're loyal to when it comes to thinking. And an example of that is I immediately thought of the Republican Party. Um, some of the Republican candidates don't like the current president, yet they will support the president because they are loyal to their political party, Republican. That's with Democrats as well. Um, they might not like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, but they will support them because they are loyal to the party. Same thing with NRA. Some people might not support NRA and what they stand for, but they are loyal to it because of whatever contracts or whatever the NRA might give to that person. And also in chapter 3, they talked about the National Press Photographers Association's ethic guidelines. And one guideline stuck out to me, and it was the fourth one. And it said, treat everyone with respect and dignity. Intrude on private moments of grief only when the public has a need to see it. And that just doesn't seem ethically correct to me, because I know that, paparazzis and photographers who go on crime scenes may intrude on very private and very emotional moments. And I feel like the public doesn't have to see that. I feel like that's something that is just not needed. Um, so I'm confused on that one. How is that ethically correct when someone is going through something so vulnerable and so emotional and sad, and expressions of grief and even horror? I just don't think it's ethically correct. But that's chapter 3 of ethics.